Welcome to Across the Globe. Today we will learn about database interaction. Database interaction in programming encompasses querying data to retrieve specific information, inserting new data records, updating existing records, and deleting unnecessary data entries within a structured database system. Databases serve as crucial repositories for managing sizable amounts of organized data efficiently. For example, an e-commerce website utilizes database interactions to store customer information, product details, and sales records for streamlined operations. Through programming, developers harness database interactions to facilitate seamless data management and retrieval processes, enhancing the overall functionality and responsiveness of software applications. Database operations are essential in managing data efficiently. Select is used to fetch information from a database. For example, a doctor retrieving a patient's medical history. Insert is utilized to add new data to a database. This could be when a customer enters their details to create a new account. Update is employed to modify existing data in a database. An example would be editing a user's profile information. Delete removes data from a database, such as removing a product that is no longer available. To connect to a SQLite database in Python, PsycopG2 for PostgreSQL or SQLite 3 for SQLite libraries can be used. The first step is to import the appropriate library, SQLite 3 in this case. Next, establish a connection to the database by calling the connect method of the library, passing the database file name as a parameter. This will return a connection object. With the connection established, create a cursor object using the cursor method on the connection object, which allows executing SQL queries against the database. This cursor will be used to interact with the database. An example of connecting to a SQLite database using SQLite 3 in Python is as follows. Python import SQLite 3, connect to a database con equals SQLite3.connect example.db, create a cursor object con.cursor. In the provided code snippet, example.db is the SQLite database file. The connection is made to this database using SQLite3.connect example.db, and a cursor object is created with con.cursor, which can then be used to perform various operations like executing queries or fetching results from the connected database. The execute method of the cursor object is used in Python to run SQL queries. To execute a select query in SQLite, you first call the execute method on the cursor object with the query as an argument. Then, you can fetch the results using the fetchAll method and store them in a variable. Finally, you can print or use the results as needed. For example, to retrieve all records from a table named students in a SQLite database using the execute method, you would use the code snippet provided, cur.execute, select her from students, result equals cur.fetchAll, print result. Executing this code would run the select query and fetch all the records from the students table, with the results being printed to the console. To execute insert, update, and delete queries in Python, you can use the execute method from the cursor object. This method allows you to run SQL queries on a database connection. For example, to insert data into a SQLite database, you can write a query like cur.execute, insert into student's name, age, values Alice, 25. This code inserts a new row with values Alice and 25 into the students table. After executing the query with execute, remember to commit the changes to the database by calling con.commit. This finalizes the transaction and makes the changes permanent in the database. Similarly, you can use the execute method to run update and delete queries by writing the respective SQL statements within the method. This type of action allows you to update or remove data from the database tables with ease and efficiency in your Python programs. Database interaction is crucial in programming as it allows for the efficient control and modification of data. Python offers libraries like SQL Alchemy and PsycopG2 for seamless database connectivity. By grasping the concept of database interaction, you can proficiently handle data tasks within your applications. For instance, imagine a web application that needs to store user information in a database to personalize user experiences. Knowledge of database interaction in Python would enable you to effortlessly retrieve and update user data as needed. A database is like a filing cabinet where you can store information. Interacting with a database is like opening the filing cabinet drawers to retrieve or store data. Writing a program to interact with a database is like creating a set of instructions for someone to follow when accessing the filing cabinet. Just like how you can search for specific information in a filing cabinet, a program can be written to search for specific data in a database. Hey, Code Conquerors! Ready to level up? With TechLearn ATG, showcase your skills with official course certificates. Just visit our site and start. Need that extra boost? Get tailored learning, 24/7 support, and expert guidance. Coding smarter, growing faster, and making learning fun. Go to our website across the globe, www.atg.world. The code snippet provided demonstrates the interaction with a MySQL database in Go programming language. Let's break down the key components of the code. 1. Establishing connection. The code starts by importing the necessary packages such as database/SQL and the MySQL driver. It then uses SQL.open to establish a connection to the MySQL database running on localhost with the provided credentials, user password, and the database name, MyDatabase. 2. Creating table. The create table query is executed to create a table named users within the database if it does not already exist. The table has columns for ID, auto-incrementing primary key, name, and age. 3. Inserting data. Data insertion is performed using a prepared statement to insert the values Alice and 30 into the name and age columns of the users table, respectively. 4. Retrieving data. To fetch data from the users table, a select from users query is executed, returning all rows. The retrieved data is then scanned into variables to extract the ID, name, and age values, which are subsequently printed. Output. Upon running the code, the output will display messages indicating the successful creation of the table, inserting data into the table, and then printing out the retrieved data from the users table in a formatted manner. Real-world application. This code can be used to build applications like a user management system, where user information is stored in a database. For instance, in a web application, this code could be used to handle user registration, storing user details in a database, and retrieving user information when required for authentication or profile display. 2 common industrial applications of database interaction include: 1. E-commerce platforms. E-commerce platforms heavily rely on databases to store product information, customer details, orders, and transactions. When a customer browses the website, product information is retrieved from the database, and when they make a purchase, their details are stored in the database along with the transaction information. The database interaction ensures fast and accurate retrieval of product data and enables efficient order processing and tracking. 2. Healthcare systems. Healthcare systems utilize databases to store patient records, medical history, prescriptions, and appointments. When a patient visits a healthcare facility, their information is accessed from the database to provide personalized care and treatment. Database interaction in healthcare systems ensures secure storage of sensitive patient data, enables healthcare professionals to access critical information quickly, and supports decision-making processes. In conclusion, database interaction plays a crucial role in various industries across the globe, facilitating efficient data storage, retrieval, and management to support diverse applications and functionalities. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video.